this, we'll either draw the Archon out so we can deal with him, or at least weaken his authority and delay whatever he's planning to do to the Singularity with that Elixni warship.
All right, hero. If the kid's lead is good, the house shouldn't be expecting you.
My lead is good. Our strangelet's here. I can feel it.
Deathless, you. Arrive, yes. As it was foretold. This is one of the fated clashes, my exiles.
was hoping this would get their attention. Next time we have a quiet moment, I want to try to get them talking. It's worked before.
There's a high concentration of dark matter running through this facility.
Could the Prime Servitor be integrating it into the house's Arc network?
Whatever the Archon's planning, he must need the Servitor.
That's a good angle to apply pressure. I'll work it.
There has to be a way through those laser barriers.
I've seen the house use teleporters to navigate these mazes. Do you feel it, Lavask? Walls are closing in. If the Deathless destroys your house's Prime Servitor, how can you be favored by the Giver?
Our Prime stands in defiance of the Deathless. In service of its holy Archon, it will be reborn and ascend into the timeless space.
Sounds pretty fishy to me, kid.
Admit it, Lavask, you're a false prophet. And right now, you're terrified because your plan won't work without your servitor.
Only my vision shows the path. I ever faithful, I will deliver your promised ascension.
Archon, how do you plan to ascend without the Strangelet? It's all falling apart, isn't it?
We are cunning. In the depths of which will we prepare our voyage. You stopped us. You cannot stop our fated harvest.
Lodi, it appears your lead checks out. Here's our prime servitor, and the energy signature coming off of it matches the singularity.
Definitely holding the Strangelet capsule we're looking for.
I told you my intel was reliable. Now, you take out the servitor, and I'll get the Archon to talk.
Flock of smaller servitors buzzing around. Damn, they're everywhere.
They're like watchdogs. We'll have to clear them out to get to the Prime.
That servitor tripped some kind of magnetic lockdown.
It's cut off from the generator. Shield down.
Can your flesh withstand a dissection, Atomic? Visions of your scattering come to be.
servitors flooding in. You'll need to take them out.
I know you're listening, Lavask. I know your people are too. They're watching the Deathless shed light on your lies, doubting you.
Our catch takes flight. Our drills tipped with the Giver's power into the singularity we ascend!
Shield generator is vulnerable. as it tears through their false heart and flimsied will.
There it is. Your plan. A full-scale push into the Singularity, and those rumors of using a powered-up catch were right on the money. Lo hice. Thank you for your cooperation.
Tight. Looks like there's a crawl space under the floor.
We'll find a way through.
You storm with clown liars at your back! You rape what is not yours and break what others build! See what they take from us, my family! My house! Stand with your Archon against the deathless blight! Protect the Giver! Protect your holy Servitor!
It's over, Lavask. Your Prime Servitor is lost, and we have its Strangelet capsule.
I reject this. We reject this. A defeat here was always a possibility, Met. Just one of the many paths to the grand design. I am victorious. Exiles victorious. We are fated to conquer the deathless. Defeat looms for those who reject the Giver's embrace. You will see, as I have seen. Exiled children of Lavask, the Giver's arms await us. We will bore into the timeless space and ascend.
Timeless space? They want to go into the black hole. Make it big enough so they can all go through? That's ascension?
Look at this coward, running off every line he can think of. We might have broken him.
But you picked that up? They're gearing up to try to harvest a member of the Nine. I have no earthly idea how, but it can't be good.
You dismantled that con like a pro, kid. Got him spilling everything, just to save face. Nice work.
Thanks for the assist.
One Prime Servitor down, one capsule in the Guardian's hands.
And one Strangelet to help stabilize Kepler. We're not out of the woods yet, but every bit helps to stop that singularity from growing. I thought there would be a connection to the invitation and the time-lost objects we're seeing here. As you said, Lodi, something is indeed wrong with time. But we're only seeing time-lost objects from our own past on Kepler, not subjects ripped from alternate timelines.
Alternate timelines? What kind of technology can do that?
None that we have access to.
Can they be sent back?
No. The Vex can manipulate timelines, but they can't send a subject back in time.
At all? Not even after they've been brought forward? But can anyone do that?
Lodi? The destructive activity in the agricultural zone is reading as Vex. They're the ones attacking the food supply.
Stop me if this one is obvious, but do Vex?
Not in any fashion we recognize.
Sounds like an empty life. Then this is just sabotage against the Ionians.
As if they weren't facing enough. The Nine, the Vex, and a singularity ripping the planet apart. That's too obvious a coincidence to ignore.
Looks like it's protecting something. Guardian, watch out.
Intended to just let me pass on by before you showed up.
Excuse me? The Vex ignored you. Lodi, how are you so adept with the Ionians' language? You said you've been here a few weeks, at best.
Oh, I was made for this. I'm a translator. I especially love languages I've never heard before.
There's the Vex. When they do that. Guardian, let's redirect and get that shield down. Guardian, we should take a scan of that drive. See if there's any data stuck offline the Ionians need.
It's incredible. Terms I recognize mapped to advanced concepts, prefixes and suffixes as used in agricultural science. We can use this. Let me do some analyzing, but this is a huge missing piece to understanding the Ionians.
Under the circumstances, what keeps the Ionians here? We could begin evacuation proceedings. They would be safe back on Earth.
But they wouldn't be home. They could take a piece of Kepler with them, sure, but it's not the same.
Homes can be replaced, but lives can't.
The Ionians might feel differently about that. This place is sacred to them. The universe determined they belong here. Singularity or not, we can't tell people to pack up and leave yet. Not without helping people who've been stranded from the rest of humanity.
Agreed. No one's leaving until we learn more. Lodi, those Vex. You need to know who controls them. Her name is Maya, the Conductor. She was human once.
What's her objective?
On the surface, to return our current time to a more prosperous one. But her true motive is to reunite with her spouse.
Neither of those sound particularly sinister, but I take it it's what she's willing to do to achieve that goal.
Maya has an ability. She can control whoever she pleases. She's commanding the Vex, a normally leaderless faction, and she's even taken hold of our allies to turn them against us. If she's here, she can do anything to get what she wants.
Ja sun tu tahtapuja. Jaksin ja parakiapa, parasit yakatan tisapata ja patinki. Ja sun ta rasakate. Ja sun ja pakatisukiapu. Ja ikan asyata tule pakaya para parulla sutuya fakuri. Malakal ultima fadule. Ja sun ja vanole. Ja sun ja hasusun.
I know. The exiles have gotten into the, progenitor ship.
It's the remnants of the colony ship they arrived in. Any vibrational disruption could dislodge the lock and speed the Singularity's growth. The ship the Elixir have taken over. You're saying it's the very one the Ionians came here in?
Part of it, anyway, what's left. They converted it to a permanent emplacement, but they still call it the progenitor ship. The mother of the Ionians. It's the source of all their tools. They put a little piece in every building. Every scientist gets a shot at the hull when they graduate. If the ship goes up, there's a lot the Ionians can't do. Do you have any experience with bomb disposal?
We've handled plenty of mines before. This shouldn't be a problem.
style of ship is quite old. Even with only this much left, it's incredible. I haven't seen anything like it. The material could have been affected by the time anomaly here. That could account for the relatively good condition.
As a frame of reference, how old would you say it is compared to your ships?
Easily hundreds of years.
Oh.
That equipment sure looks elixir. Let's see if we can tease it through. Anything exciting happen? We must be doing some real damage if they're deploying like this.
Guardian, the mines. If even one of them goes off, it threatens the entire material supply for the settlement. No more anomalous energy signatures. Good work, Guardian. The Ionians are safe because of you.
We have to do more to stop the House of Exile. We know from our dealings in the Accord, the Archon's just out to speed up the Singularity's growth. He's just gonna throw more gas on the fire.
The Guardian will be able to stabilize the Singularity once we get through. There are too many problems, and all of them are connected.
You have no idea.
Unless you have any ideas, then we have to consider evacuation. Reunification with humanity. After centuries apart.
Centuries? No. No, them coming to Earth would be existentially disorienting.
Lodi, please don't mistake me. This is the Ionians' home. We have to believe there's a way for them to return safely.
And what if there isn't?
Aia regalo a mano divina. Uia sindiaba kuntia kuli. Yasa kunya kotulia ena. Din Rebecca ya sunya isu.
Tequila, mano divina. Isindiaka tuna bule. Yasinde akila. Yasara fakinde. Iksalorda yopiratu.
They found you so fast. My name is Orin. My name was Nasan R. Was Nasya Sawa. What do you call yourself, stranger?
Lodi, pleasure. Miss Orin, do you know something about who brought me here?
I know you will be elected to become something impossible. Your molecules have already volunteered.
I'm sorry, my molecule?
I was the emissary as you were, R, and will become the same. I quit, and it left me transmuted. I think if I can help you adjust, I can reclaim my mind.
Emissary for whom?
The beings in your dreams.
You know who brought me here.
Orin, can you fight?
Persimmon! Oh, yes. Lodi, you can help. Can you see down the Valley of Time? 2 minutes ahead.
I am very sorry, ma'am, but I do not know what you're saying.
Take your time, Orin. Guardian, draw out Maya's Vex. The Vex signals Dean Rebecca provided are cloaked. Something's not right. Vex outposts are usually interlinked. Take these ones down first, and it will weaken the others in hiding.
Here's the Vex Ikora was talking about. clear up the signals in the area, and bam! We have the location on a bigger boss. And we can use that one to get to the biggest boss. Let's go. We think there's a Strangelove capsule at the ritual site Dean Rebecca told us about. Do you think it was there all along?
It's possible. The way the Ionians talk about dark matter, like even elementary particles of the universe contain a spirit in their way.
The capsule is better for this way. It's fading for me, but I hear the singularity as well, in the distance.
Like a groan. You hear it too?
talking with the Ionians and moving through their settlement, I've been constructing a theory. It needs work, but the nascent form is this. After the collapse, few people were leaving Earth. More recently, we would notice. And the Ionians are truly humans. I think they must have come here during the Golden Age. Maybe even before.
You keep saying that word. Collapse? I've never heard the Ionians say Golden Age or anything like it, but they've mentioned a span of time that was good. Better? Could be it.
Lodi, you said your vocation was translating. Now that you've added the Ionians to your repertoire, how many do you speak?
Fluently 4, passively 9, only written 2. Not many folks to speak them with these days. I grew up speaking 3 at home, but learned the others in school. Here and there, anyone who would teach me. Those 2 written ones, maybe I can learn how to pronounce them. Said you had the dreams too, before you became emissary?
Languages I didn't understand. My leg turning to bismuth.
Mine was cadmium, though.
Your continued interference has been noticed.
The Conductor. Even out here, anyone who stands in the way of restoring your new Golden Age ends up trampled. You're here to make things worse.
Am I? I understand our designs for the future seem mutually exclusive to you. But I have ignored the Guardians since Nessus.
What power does this Maya bear? It's hives and nausea. Whatever paracausality she wields is fundamentally rule-breaking.
You chase a villain of your own imagination. My goals are not against you. They are above you. Now, leave us.
She's still going to throw everything she has to get us out of the way. Jade Lord incoming!
Maya wants to return us to the Golden Age. The Ionians haven't talked about it. When was the Golden Age?
It ended centuries ago. There's reason to suspect the Ionian ancestors arrived before it began. Imagine watching the world end from the edge of the system.
Ikora, when was all this? Did the collapse happen in my time? Did my family die in an apocalypse? Or did they get to grow old and die happy? I need to know that they live a full life, even if I'm not there to see it.
How long ago? How long? When did the world end?
So many records were wiped out. We don't have an exact number. Hundreds of years ago.
Gone. Are you kidding me? Just like that? There was an apocalypse, and it's ancient history, and that's it. I mean, didn't someone think that to etch a date in a stone or something helpful? There's no time capsules, no bunkers, just gone?
And I can't undo any of it.
Lodi. That would have never been possible. Surely you know this.
No. I don't know.
You're not the first person to wake up lost. I'll tell you what I tell the others. The Golden Age rose, and fell, and then so did the Dark Age. There were few of us then, and survival barely eked out. But we did. Humans live. We built a city. In time, there will be more.
There were hundreds.
I know. Can you tell me what you do remember?
What does it matter now?
I'm sorry. I was... sorry.
It's such a simple question, but I know. I remember stars.
I used to drive out into the country to see them. As bright as they were hundreds of years ago.
Oh, always used to take my breath away.
Looking up, realizing all over again how much more was out there that nobody saw. Guess the stars aren't such a wonder anymore. Out here.
There are still mysteries.
Their identity is so tied to this place, to this work. I wonder if they would be happy if we evacuated them to the city. To take them away from it would be the same as if we left Soul and the Traveler behind. Our purpose becomes null.
I need a little Eric. Guardian, come find me in the temple.